like to start with what I know and then work towards what I don't know. I wanted to take the formality of the house and the informality of the woods and kind of make the two combine. I'd like to show you how not to mulch around a tree. It's a step that I see very few landscapers doing. You want to make sure to have variation in your heights. Look at how lovely this is. We just cued the butterfly to come in. When we created these beds, we went through and we edged out a foot or two into the bed. That means that when we take our edging tool out and we start cutting the beds, all we need to do is take off 2, maybe 3 inches of grass. Basically, when I take out my edging tool, what I want to do is follow the outside of the white line all the way around the bed and cut an edge. And then I'm going to just come back with a flat shovel, clean that up, and clean out any piles of junk along the way. Had we not edged out the bed when the job was first starting, or cleared out that foot or two when the job was first starting, it would be a lot more work. We'd be coming back now and trying to hack out all that grass. But not only would we be hacking out all that grass, the grass would be covered with dirt. You wouldn't really know where the old grass stopped and the new grass started. By having already hacked out the grass on the edge of the bed, it's that much less work for us. By having that white line, we're just going to follow that white line around and cut the edge. And then the cleanup is going to be just, so simple, so straightforward. All we're going to do when it comes time to cut our edge is take our edging tool, go just to the outside of the white line, and follow that around the beds. And what I'll do, put my edging tool where I think it needs to be, and then I'll step on it for the weight to push that into the ground, and then I'll just rock it backwards, and that'll loosen up the grass. And then once that grass is loose, I'll just come back after I've edged all the beds, take a flat shovel, just scrape out that grass, throw it right in the wheelbarrow, and we're good to go. The other thing I try to do when I'm edging the beds is, when I'm cleaning up with the flat shovel, I want it to be a smooth transition. Almost like it's called a check-shaped bed. So you want your bed to be straight at the edge and then gently curve upward to the bed. You don't want it to come straight down and then come straight back up, like a V shape, because you want that mulch to taper down back into the bed. So as I'm doing this, and I start cleaning out the beds, keep an eye on the way they look when they're done. You really want to taper the edge of the bed. And sometimes I'll take my flat shovel and I'll just scrape off a little bit of the edge of the bed just so that I have a smoother transition. If you've got a sharp angle inside the bed, when the rain comes, that mulch is going to just wash away and some of the dirt's going to be exposed. You're going to start to get weeds there. It's just not going to look good. We're going to put our edging tool just to the outside of the white line. We made sure during the entire process that we left the white line so we didn't have any trouble with this. Step on our edging tool until we hit a rock or a root. We already hit a rock, probably some ledge or something, and then you just rock your tool back. Move your edging tool forward. You don't have to go the entire length. If the grass is really tight, you go a little bit. If it's a straight edge, you can probably go farther. Step on your edging tool. We hit a rock already. Rock it back. And we're just going to repeat the process along the length of the bed. And this is certainly rocky stuff. There we go. Put the edging tool in, rock it back. Just outside the white line. There we go, and you see how I've loosened up that grass? Now, you don't want to take the grass and kick it into the bed because that's actually going to be more work to clean up. What you want to do is just cut the edge and rock it back. You want to rock it back so you loosen up that grass. It's not a fight to get out. Cut the edge, rock it back. Just outside the white line. Now, if there's any spots where the white line is gone, you just got to do your best to get that edge where it needs to be. And don't be surprised if sometimes, even though you had the white line, the edge doesn't look right. There's nothing wrong with going back and tweaking that edge a little bit. So what I think we're going to try now is I'm going to see if I can cut the edge and show you how that looks in real time. Now, I've been doing this for over 20 years, so it might take you a while to get here, but I just want to show you how smooth things go when you get the system down to just go ahead and cut the edge of the gardens. I mean, to me, today is a fairly easy day because I don't have to think very much. All I have to do is follow the edge with the edging tool, clean up the dirt, no big deal. But let me just show you how this looks in real time. Now that we've gone through and edged out our beds, we're just going to go ahead and take our flat shovel, work our way around the beds, and scrape out all that grass. You don't need any other tools to do this. The only time I'll use a different tool than the flat shovel is if the grass is really, the roots are really thick and I can't get it out. But what I'll do is I'll take my flat shovel, I'll scrape out the grass, throw it in the wheelbarrow, and then I'll use my flat shovel just like a rake to smooth out the edge where I was talking about that check mark. So this is really the only tools you need is a flat shovel and your wheelbarrow. And as you're going along, if you see a pile that you had raked earlier, go ahead and take that pile, throw it in the wheelbarrow. And always remember, when you're loading your wheelbarrow, you want to put all that weight to the front of the wheelbarrow so it's easier to pick up and move around. And also, you know, don't go crazy loading it. You don't have to load it over the top. I know when I was 21, 22, I know I would, but you know, steady wins the race in the end. So today, you know, I've already edged out the whole bed, I've raked the whole bed, I've only been here for maybe an hour, hour and a quarter. And if you just keep working steady without rushing, you always get more done. And don't get me wrong, I mean, even last week I found myself rushing. You know, it's a constant battle for me. But if you can stay steady, the better. When I'm cleaning out my beds, what I do is I put my wheelbarrow handles facing me. So I can scrape out some grass, throw it in the wheelbarrow. I'll do like 5 feet, and then all I have to do is put my shovel in the wheelbarrow, pick up the handles, roll it forward 5 feet, put it down, and go ahead and do some more. Pick it up, throw it in, every 5 feet, move the wheelbarrow, work your way down. When the wheelbarrow's half to 2/3 full, go dump it, come back. It's that easy, folks.